Ghana's external trade has evolved significantly over the recent decades. Export of goods and services from Ghana decreased during the past 5 years from 31% of GDP in 2010 to 28% of GDP in 2015. Imports also decreased from 45% of GDP in 2010 to 35% of GDP in 2015. With this trend in external trade, the aim of transforming Ghana's economy towards an export-led economy makes it imperative to establish institutions and initiate programs that will drive this laudable idea. Historically, government has made various efforts through a number of institutions and structures to support trade. These include the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, the Trade Sector Support Program, the Ghana Trade Fair Company, the Ghana Free Zones, export financing institutions like the Export Finance Company, EXIM Guarantee Company, and the Export Agricultural and Industrial Development Fund, EDF, which originally was the Export Development Investment Fund. Despite the efforts to promote exports, key elements of the export finance value chain are missing. Ghana's financing institutions have not been able to make a meaningful impact on the export sector because of poor capitalization, as was the case of the Export Finance Company and EXIM Guarantee, and the vague definition of their mandates. None of the current programs and institutions in Ghana has been mandated to be a leader in the facilitation of cross-border commercial involvement of Ghanaian companies. Furthermore, as a result of gaps in the export value chain, Ghana continues to run a destabilizing current account deficit, which is reflected in steep currency depreciation from time to time. Ghana's current account deficit remained relatively the same at 8.4% of GDP in 2010 and 8.3% of GDP in 2015, on account of a worsening trade balance and increased net outflows from the income and services accounts. To address this problem, the government in its 2015 budget statement and economic policy announced its intention to establish a Ghana Export-Import Bank to lead in the strategic positioning of Ghana as an export-led economy. Ghana is currently an active target market for several EXIMs and development banks, including the US EXIM, China EXIM, Turkish EXIM, Korean EXIM. Without a reciprocal national agenda, Ghana will forever be loan and import dependent under the aggressive policies of both advanced and emerging country EXIM banks. The relatively weak export financing base has resulted in the country's inability to take advantage of initiatives such as AGOA and other such trade facilitation opportunities. The Ghana EXIM Bank will therefore support the process of building institutions to drive government's transformation agenda, particularly for the economy. The EXIM Bank will also consolidate and rationalize a number of existing structures that exist to promote export guarantees and funding. It is envisaged that the Ghana Export-Import Bank will accelerate Ghana's drive towards a more diversified economy to strengthen its resilience to external shocks. It will support and develop directly or indirectly trade between Ghana and other countries and Ghana's capacity and competitiveness in the global marketplace. The Ghana EXIM Bank will assist exporters to compete internationally by acting as an intermediary between national government and exporters by providing insurance and export financing facilities to support their overseas activities. The product offering by the EXIM Bank is expected to include the following: 1. Structured export finance, trade insurance, and guarantee programs in an effort to strengthen Ghanaian companies' access to global markets. 2. Term loans for setting up, upgrading production facilities, and acquisition of production equipment and technology to help export-oriented companies or SMEs to create export capability and enhance their international competitiveness. 3. Guarantee for local businesses involved in overseas trade and investment ventures. And then 4. Financial advisory services to maximize business opportunities. 5, support for SMEs in their export market development efforts. And 6, provide information, advisory, and support services to help exporters in evaluating export opportunities abroad. And 7, establish a global presence by establishing ties with international partners, institutions, engaging in knowledge-sharing activities. And 8, strategic partnerships for advanced and emerging country EXIM banks and developed finance institutions that target Ghana. And finally, strategic partnerships with local and regional banks. The EXIM is one of the instruments to realize my key vision of an export-led growth strategy. And I expect that you develop linkages with agriculture and agribusiness as part of your mandate. Members of the EXIM board, I'm counting on you to deliver on the objectives of the bank, and I have every confidence that you will. Of course, in your cooperation, you would work with organizations like the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, the Ghana Standards Authority, and the Food and Drugs Authority. On this occasion, let me take the opportunity to express my appreciation to all those who worked on the implementation committee to make this day possible. I particularly acknowledge posthumously our dear departed Mr. Lionel Van Leer Dosu. And on that note, it's my privilege and honor to declare the Ghana EXIM Bank board duly inaugurated. Thank you.